I have to admit, I'm a little bit nervous. Here's why I'm nervous. Look at this beautiful leather. And I'm going to cut into it. But I'm also nervous because if I don't do a good job, I feel like there's going to be a big mess because I'm making a wine rack. And I've never made one before, but I watched Quarter Leather do it, and I watched Weaver Leather do it, so I kind of put their designs together. And just to be sure I don't move that, I'm going to put a piece of tape. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we're going to do it. Oh, sorry, Memphis. Didn't mean for that to be in your way. So I have cut this chunk of leather out big enough for this main front body and the billet. I haven't decided what to do for the back body yet, but I think I'll just use this same leather. So I spent, well, to be honest, I think it's close to an hour making this template out of cardboardy paper, measuring out everything, where I'm going to put rivets, all the stuff. How big I think it should be. So I had to find a bottle of wine in the cupboard. If I made one for myself, I should make it for water because I drink smart water. But I probably drink it fast enough. We wouldn't need a decorative hanger. Whoops. Follow the pattern. Okay. Put this on there. I'm just going around the outside with my scratch awl. I probably don't need to connect that because I'm going to cut it. And then I put new blades on the knives because it seemed like an important project. I've never made a pattern that nice. Maybe we'll mark for the holes with my pattern. Sorry, I'm kind of shaking the whole table, huh? Next step, we got those all cut out. I ended up cutting the back out of the same material. Ooh, it looks good in the light. And we're gonna punch holes. So where I've marked these with my pattern, we're gonna punch these so we can put these in later. And we've got a mark for stitching because I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of stitching, and I really gotta be straight, so we're gonna have to check it twice. All right, so let's smash some holes in here. I'm gonna do my best to be right over the hole so the pattern all matches. And then I guess you gotta own it once you think you're there, right? Okay, that piece is done. Ooh, now for the bigger stuff here. And these are each going to get 6 holes. I think that's a good idea. They say to look at your little guy, this little thing that kicks out. And if your hole is in the center, we're not bad. We're not bad. I just got to remember. I think I made it that way. My light's kind of in the way there. And I'm going to use my little clippy clamps. Get everything lined up just so. Go. Kind of gotta have those hang off the edge. Maybe. Oh, I bet that wiggles you. Ta-da! Oh, you can't see. Okay, so I'm gonna do all that. Punch the holes up here at the top for the billet in the same way. And then we'll figure out the stitching lines. I'm going to tell you right now, putting those in is not pleasing to the ear, but they look pretty good. I kind of scuffed up a little bit right there. Character. That will add to the character. And then tried to dome them over, but whew, those are tough. So 6 more of those. And then we'll put in some stitch lines that will go directly between them. And then I can do some stitching. Well, I got all those done, and surprisingly, I can still hear. They're not bad. Tell you what, never coming apart. So now I have marked in between here and then 2 at the bottom. So I'm just gonna put in my stitch lines, and then I'm gonna do some edge work and then go inside to do the stitching and the burnishing. So I'm gonna go 1 tine in from the rivet. Another good smash. Oof, didn't quite make it. There, I did. Maybe not quite over here. Okay. All right. All the holes are punched in a nice straight line, so now I'm gonna just bevel all the edges all the way around, including where I should have done it earlier, here. Darn it, should have done that a lot sooner. So I'll just show you a little bit of this, and then I'll go inside and get to work. All right, we got the stitches done. I haven't hammered them down, but they're done. And I did an X pattern down here. Next, a little saddle soap, water, canvas, elbow grease. Well, while we're admiring the final product, it'd be a great time for you to hit subscribe if you like. I didn't have a good place to hang it, so I just hung it from the cabinet. But I think it'll work. A little detail. And that leather is something. And that turned out pretty good. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll make another one and try to do something even more fancy. Break apart a little bit. I could put something in there. I could put something in there. Ooh, let me know if you have ideas.